If you're looking at the Korg B2 digital piano, because of its sleek look and promising features, you're in the right place because I'm about to save you from a potential headache. I'll reveal the 3 major problems no one is talking about that could completely ruin your experience. But here's what surprised me. After weeks of testing, I still ended up recommending it to a specific type of buyer. Therefore, stick around because this isn't your typical review. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's be honest, you've probably seen the ads. The Korg B2 sits there looking all minimalist and professional, promising an authentic piano experience for under $500. It's tempting. The specs sound great on paper, a new sound engine, weighted keys, bundled software. But what happens when you take it out of the box and actually live with it? Therefore, I'm not just reading you the marketing copy. I plugged it in, played for hours, and ran into walls the promotional videos conveniently ignore. Ready for the first glaring issue? Let's talk about the key action, because this is where the fantasy meets a somewhat clunky reality. Korg calls this the natural weighted hammer action keyboard. It's supposed to replicate the feel of an acoustic piano, and for a beginner or someone coming from a synth action, it will initially feel substantial. There's a weight to the keys. But here's the contrarian snapback. It feels more like a workout than a musical expression. The action is heavy, sure, but it's also a bit sluggish and, in my opinion, not as nuanced as competitors in this price range. Playing fast passages or delicate trills can feel like you're pushing through mud. It's the piano equivalent of a gym weight machine that hasn't been oiled in a while. Is it unplayable? No. But is it the inspiring, responsive touch you dream of? Not quite. Therefore, if you're serious about developing proper technique, this could actually hold you back. That's problem number 1, a weighted action that prioritizes heaviness over musicality. Okay, so the keys are a bit of a grind. Surely the sounds will make up for it, right? Korg boasts a new piano sound engine with 12 carefully selected sounds. This is where we hit problem number 2. The main piano sound, the one you'll use 90% of the time, is fine. It's perfectly serviceable. It's a digital piano sound. But lean in for this twist. It has a strangely metallic sheen in the upper registers, especially when played through the built-in speakers. It sounds a bit thin, a bit like the piano is singing from inside a small tin can. Play a bright, high melody and you'll hear what I mean. It lacks the warm, woody resonance of a real piano or even some better modeled digital ones. It's the auditory version of a shiny plastic apple. It looks okay, but bite into it and the texture is all wrong. The other 11 sounds, they're forgettable. The electric pianos are weak, the organs are an afterthought. Therefore, you're really buying this for one okay piano sound and a bulky action. Starting to see the pattern. But wait, it gets more frustrating when you try to connect it to anything. Connectivity. Korg says it's equipped with versatile I/O for a range of connectivity. That sounds promising. You're thinking USB, audio outputs, maybe Bluetooth. Here comes problem number 3, and for modern users this is a deal breaker. There is no Bluetooth. None. Not for audio, not for MIDI. In 2023, that's like selling a car without cup holders. It's a glaring omission. You want to use a fun learning app like Simply Piano or Play along with Spotify. You'll need a mess of cables and possibly an extra audio interface. The USB is for MIDI only to a computer, and the audio outputs are basic. The versatile I/O feels like a phrase written in 2010. Therefore, the simplicity they advertise vanishes the moment you try to integrate it with the modern world. It's an island. A handsome, heavy-keyed, slightly tinny-sounding island. So after all this negativity, why is this video titled Don't Buy Korg B2 and not just Never Buy Korg B2? Because there's a twist coming. But first, a joke. What do you call a digital piano with no Bluetooth? A grandpa. It's great for old standards but can't connect to the new hits. Let's pause. I've hammered on the action, criticized the sound, and mocked its lack of connectivity. You might be wondering if there's anything good. And this is the pivot. The Korg B2 has one massive, redeeming virtue. It is stupidly simple, that music rest it comes with. Perfect for your tablet, even if you need a cable octopus to make it work. The controls are 3 buttons and a volume knob. There's no menu diving, no confusing displays. You turn it on, you play. For a total beginner who is overwhelmed by technology, that simplicity is gold. It looks like a piece of furniture, not a spaceship control panel. For someone who just wants to practice scales and learn basic pieces without any fuss, this is a valid choice. It's the digital piano equivalent of a basic, reliable commuter car. It won't win any races, but it gets you from point A to point B without breaking down. Therefore, we need to reframe this whole review. So who should actually buy the Korg B2? It's not for the aspiring producer who needs to connect to a DAW easily. The lack of Bluetooth MIDI is a killer. It's not for the discerning pianist who craves a beautifully nuanced sound. You'll hear the limitations quickly. But it might be perfect for the absolute beginner or a parent buying a first instrument for a child. The bundled software for practicing is a nice bonus to start the journey. The weighted keys, while clunky, are better than unweighted synth keys for building finger strength. It's a focused practice tool. Think of it like this. It's a dedicated word processor in a world of smartphones. It does one thing. Here's another joke. Why did the pianist buy the Korg B2? Because they wanted to practice, not negotiate a peace treaty between 17 different apps and wireless protocols. Let's compare it for a second. In its price range, around $499, it faces stiff competition. Other models might offer better key actions, more realistic sounds, or yes, even Bluetooth. So why choose the B2? Choose it if your top priority is removing all friction from the sit-down and play experience. Choose it if the sight of a complicated interface gives you anxiety. Choose it for a studio where you just need a simple MIDI controller with built-in sounds that you don't have to think about. But if you see yourself growing, exploring different sounds, or using learning apps wirelessly, you will outgrow this piano in 6 months. Therefore, this honest review becomes a filter. Are you the specific person this piano is for? The resolution is surprisingly positive, but only for a niche. I want to end on what Korg got right. The build is solid, it looks clean and uncluttered, and the bundle with software and a sustain pedal represents a complete out-of-the-box package. For its target user, the friction-averse beginner, it delivers on the promise of a simple start. It's not a bad product, it's just a very specific one that's marketed broadly. My final verdict: don't buy the Korg B2 if you need modern connectivity or a truly inspiring touch. Do buy the Korg B2 if you are a complete novice who values utter simplicity above all else and just needs a weighted keyboard to start lessons. It's a gatekeeper instrument, not a lifelong companion. One more joke. What's the difference between the Korg B2 and a mystery novel? With the B2, you know the plot is simple from the very first page. So, after this deep dive, where does that leave you? If the problems I outlined, the heavy action, the metallic sound, the Stone Age connectivity, are deal breakers for you, then you have your answer. Look at other options. But if you've listened and thought, you know what, I just need the simplest possible path to start playing piano, then the Korg B2 might be your unexpected answer. It removes choices, which can be a powerful thing for a beginner. It forces you to focus on the keys in front of you. Final joke, I promise. Why did the Korg B2 cross the road? To get to the other side, but it had to ask for directions because it couldn't connect to Google Maps. All kidding aside, if you've decided this is the straightforward tool for you, I've done the heavy lifting to find the best deal. For the best price on Amazon and to check current ratings, click the link in the description below. That link supports the channel at no extra cost to you. Thanks for watching, and make the choice that's right for your musical journey.